They've integrated what we call a point finder display, which is a real-time video display of what you're looking at. I can bring in a line segment, draw it into there, and whatever value is then shown on the disto, we can drag that up and associate it with that line segment.
Hey, what's going on? Barnaby here. So you want to know more about the Leica E7500i? Well, this is going to be a manufacturer show-off where we get to talk to John of Leica about the specifications and abilities of this device, who it's best intended for, and in this case, some breakthrough technology, which is really the value of a manufacturer show-off, because we get to hear from the people that design the tool. And this one's a little different because we are coming to you from World of Concrete 2013. So let's talk about this, John. How long has Leica been in the business of laser distance measuring?
Leica created the first disto with Kurt Giger 20 years ago. So 20 years ago it was breakthrough technology. 20 years later, we have new breakthrough technology today.
Okay, and people who are watching this video are going, all right then, what is the breakthrough technology? Let's talk about it.
The breakthrough technology is this is the first Leica disto that will communicate with an iPad or a newer generation iPhone.
So really what happens when you measure something, it jumps to the iPad?
Exactly. You measure, it's automatically connected with Bluetooth, and it immediately shows up in your iPhone or iPad with the free Leica Disto Sketch app from the App Store.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to demo this in just a second, but right now let's get into the nuts and bolts of this tool right here. Let's talk about the sorts of measurements it takes, how hard it is to get up to speed with it, stuff like that.
Sure, like any disto, it automatically measures from the back of the unit. Everybody's favorite features are still built into it: square footage, volume, horizontal distance, offsets, height tracking, height measurements, Pythagorean theorem. Again, all the typical values that people are associated with.
Okay, what if you have just two that you use specifically, or is there like a way to get just to those?
We've incorporated two hotkeys into the disto, so we know that typically people use the same function over and over and over again. So without having to dive into the function menu, you can self-program the two hotkeys. So in my case, I've got the volume, and I've also got the calculator lit up there. So as I capture a measurement in volume, I can then throw it over to a calculator and then use the calculator to calculate new functions.
Okay, let's talk about the screen, black and white or color?
Full color display,
okay.
Outdoor viewable.
Outdoor viewable, because that right there triggers the question, lasers aren't necessarily great outdoors many times, right?
Correct. Many times the red dot gets washed out in the sunshine. So what Leica's done is they've integrated what we call a point finder display, which is a real-time video display of what you're looking at. And we also recognize that sometimes people are measuring items that can be a long distance away, up to 650 feet in this case.
Okay.
So we've integrated in the point finder display the ability to zoom in up to 4 times, so you can zoom in and physically see what you're measuring to.
Okay, and then what about degree of accuracy?
Degree of accuracy is 1 millimeter. And we've also established a new ISO standard for distance and accuracy that's incorporated into this unit. Again, we're the only people that have incorporated ISO standards for distance and accuracy.
Okay, and speaking of ISO, you know, construction sites are really kind of punishing environments. What about waterproofedness and also dustproofedness?
This unit is IP65, meaning it's dust-proof and water jet protected, and it's a 6-foot drop test. So you can get it wet, get it dirty, wash it off, and go right back to work.
Okay, so what if something does go wrong with it? Let's talk about the warranty.
The warranty is 2 years out of the box or 3 years if they register it. And what that really covers is if there's any manufacturer's defects in the product, the consumer takes it back to their selling dealer, trades it over the counter, and gets a brand new one, no questions asked.
Okay, and last question before we get to the breakthrough technology demo. Let's talk about number of measurements on a charge. Is this battery, or is this, you have to put it into a port?
We've got 2 AA batteries that power it, and depending upon how you're using it, you can get up to 5,000 measurements on a set of batteries.
Okay, so let's make some things jump from here to there.
Sure, let's bring up the iPad real quick.
All right.
First thing we need to do is quickly capture a value with our disto. So in our case, we'll just shoot right behind us. The value comes up at 4 feet 5 inches, and instantly the value is here on our display screen.
Okay, but so with this, you know, usually what you're doing is you're storing measurements and then maybe transferring notes or whatever. On this, can you do some note taking?
In our case here, we've got a couple options. First, we can use our iPad or iPhone to capture an image of what we're looking at. So in this case, I captured an image of a crane.
Okay.
I can bring in a line segment, draw it into there, and whatever value is then shown on the disto, we can drag that up from the bottom and associate it with that line segment. So I can do that for real-time pictures. If we want to then forward it back to the office as an email, we can do that, or save it as a picture. The other option that we've got is if we jump over, we've got a sketching program. So if you want to go in and quickly map out a room or a space, you can again create your line segment with your finger. Whatever value is on the disto is automatically at the bottom of the display. Bring that in and associate that value with the line.
Boy, I tell you what, it takes away all the questions about penmanship. Is that a 6 or an 8 or whatever as you're transferring information? This is just right there on the screen.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, so a lot of people carry iPads, right? A lot of people carry other sorts of tablets. Let's talk about the interface between this and other, like say, Android-based tablets.
The 7500i was designed to work with an iPad and Apple technology.
Yep.
Our 330i and our D8 products work with the Android technology. So it's different classes of Bluetooth, so we have to incorporate that into our products.
Okay, so I can hear the wheels turning. People are going, how much? How much is this?
How much? It will be released mid-March 2013, and it will be $599.
All right, thanks so much. It's always interesting to look into the future and see about the developments in technology and how they apply to you and your effectiveness in the workplace. And that is the value of doing manufacturer show-offs live at shows like this, because they're just announcing this, so we thought you would benefit from that information. So always check back with us. We're going to give you what you need when it comes to information about tools right here at toolselect.com.